Ladynoble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Thank you all for stopping by and saying hi. Tarot is just a tool. It is not the final rule. And it's a good idea to have an empty cup when you're on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. Okay? Hope you all are doing wonderful and feeling great. Okay? Be sure to tell a family friend also you know. Subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Okay, the first card we have here is take action. So clearly, collective spirit is saying it's time for you to take action. This could be taking action on something that you are desiring to pursue. This could be something desiring a passion project, your career, maybe returning back to school, maybe building a business, entrepreneurship. Maybe you want to make a large purchase. Maybe you want to start a family. Whatever it is that you are desiring, Spirit is saying it's just time for you to take action. You know, there will never be a perfect time for you to begin on your endeavors, things you want to build, create, endure, experience in life. And so there's no time like the present for you to begin now to work towards progress. Do not allow the little small nuances, things around you or outside of you to make you refuse to reflect on the fact that you just simply need to take action, collective. There is nothing holding you back, whomever you are. And Spirit wants that to be conveyed to you very clearly. There is nothing holding you back. It is you all in your head, possibly doing some negative thinking. Be mindful of the people you are surrounding yourself with as well. Spirit is saying you could maybe be around people who are not inspiring, who are not encouraging, but it's not really other people's job to maintain your confidence. It is up to you to work on yourself and make sure that you're maintaining your vibration on a daily basis, okay? And so when it comes to adulting, you know, you are responsible for you. So there's something you would like, you are desiring, and you are giving yourself a bunch of what ifs, you know, and also I'm picking up on someone who could possibly be being influenced by outsiders. You are allowing outside interference to influence you to do nothing and be stagnant. And so Spirit does not want you to miss out on a wonderful opportunity to live your life now. You know, life is for the living. You are in control, you know, of making decisions for your life. And there's no reason why you are at a constant pause, unless this, whatever it is you are desiring, you either want it or you don't want it, Spirit is saying. But it's time for you to take action. There are no more excuses, okay? The next card I have here, it says rehabilitation. And so maybe you feel that maybe you're coming out of a situation or a relationship that you could be healing from. I'm picking up that this is past energy like maybe 3 or 4 years. Okay, maybe you've been single for a while. Maybe you went through a separation, something that was hard for you, something that was devastating for you, and you had to take time to heal. And there's nothing wrong with that. We have to feel in order to heal. It's okay to be upset. It's really okay to have a day where you don't feel your best. But Spirit does not want you to reside here. Spirit is saying, collective, for you to clearly take action, male or female. There's no time like the present for you to get started, and there's nothing holding you back. Every person you know who you may consider to be successful, they will tell you that they started out very small or they started out with nothing. You know, those who are successful, they have their stories, you know, but it's time to come out of this. Spirit is saying the rehabilitation stage is over. It's time to come out of it. You don't go into this moment of darkness and stay there forever. Okay, it's okay to feel. It's okay to be not wanting to be bothered, maybe becoming more introverted, but you have to live your life. Okay, you cannot allow yourself to be depleted and slowly but surely dwindle away, and you look up and so much time has passed. And so there's something that you really want to do, and I feel it all through this read. You want to do it very bad, but It's either someone around you who is influencing you, telling you that it's not possible, or maybe it's not a good idea. And so Spirit is saying these are people whom you should limit from being around you. If this is the energy that they are giving off, these are people whom you should consider removing out of your life. Okay? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look at Spirit. So, as I always say, find your vibe and your tribe. We have to make sure that we are interacting with people with like minded energy. Make sure that you are allowing people into your circle who have things in common with you. You do not want to be someone collective who are, okay, who are or who is someone who's unable to be alone, or maybe possibly you feel, excuse me, that being alone is something negative because of what people maybe you have learned, or your upbringing. Maybe you have been taught to be alone is not a good idea. No, to be alone forever is not a good idea. But to surround yourself around the wrong people and they're not uplifting you or influencing you, and they're telling you that your dreams are not worthy of giving attention to, could be very unhealthy. That can push you back into the rehabilitation stage, feeling like you can't move forward. That can create stagnation. And this is what Spirit wants you to be mindful of. So don't become or be someone who is so desperate to be in the presence of someone because you may say, oh, you feel lonely. You need someone to talk to. I've heard people say, I don't like being alone. I've heard people also say, I must live with someone or must be in a relationship. I've actually heard this from people. I must always be in a relationship. I don't like being alone. I've also had someone tell me they don't like living alone. They must always have someone living with them. Okay. Or someone who maybe it's a weekend, maybe all your friends are gone out, and maybe some are working. And so you're at home by yourself. Because it's the weekend and everyone else is going out, you have nothing planned, but someone reaches out to you, collective, whom you really have nothing in common with. They're not part of your vibe or your tribe. This is the type of energy Spirit wants you to avoid. Don't become so desperate for someone's company or their energy that you're constantly asserting yourself where you don't belong. Make sure the people who you allow in your life have like-minded energy. Especially, people you allow in your household, around your children, if you have any, but even if you don't, be mindful of who you are mixing and mingling with. But the best thing and the best gift that a person could give themselves is to let go the fear of being alone. Because once you conquer the ability to become self-efficient and thrive on your own, I'm not saying stay alone and be alone forever, but you need to conquer that fear. I'm picking up on the energy of someone who has a fear of being alone. And what's happening is you're starting to keep the wrong company, and it's unhealthy. Okay. Meanwhile, you're fantasizing and visualizing things you would like to do. But when you bring these things up in conversations, you're sharing this with your friends, your BFF, and they're like deterring your actions. They do not want to see you have this glow up. You could be someone who wants to become maybe do some kind of dance, okay? Not exotic dancing, okay? But there's different kind of dance. It could be jazz dancing, tap dancing, okay? You could want to do acting. You could want to be a model as well, okay? And so to a person who is in a lower frequency, they do not understand what this is like, wanting to become successful, become a dancer, a model, an actor, a writer, anything, a singer, an artist. They cannot see your dreams or feel the passion that you feel. And as I always inform the collective, and I also inform myself, nobody wants it more than you. There is no one on this earth who's going to want you to be more happy and successful and content than you. So don't ever expect that out of anyone. Expecting that is setting the bar too high. Spirit wants you to expect it out of yourself and give yourself all that you can to reach those goals. It is a solo project. It is a you project. And this is something I tell myself. Nobody wants it more than me. And I can't expect anyone else to be more passionate about my dreams because it's not theirs. I can't expect anyone to see my future or see my goals or see the things, the intentions I have set for myself, because it's simply not for them to see. Spirit is saying it's time to stand in your authenticity, be original, and remove people away and around from you who are not inspiring, influential in a positive way, or not part of your vibe or your tribe. It's time to be consistent with that, because time is precious. And the more we move forward day by day, doesn't matter where you are on the map, I'm pretty sure you feel the energy and the days going by quick and swift. And so each and every moment that you sit there and tell yourself you can't do something, you could have been done started already. It's time to take action. The next card we have here is hope. Hope on the horizon. Spirit wants you to change your perception, your view of life. It does not matter where you have come from. It does not matter what has happened in the past. The past is gone. You cannot get it back. But you can use that energy if it comes up. You can harness that energy and transmute it, move it forward and flip it and reverse it and make it work for you. You can turn that pain into pleasure. You can turn that salt into sugar. I'm not just saying these things because they sound good or they sound nice, or I'm looking for someone to give a thumbs up and hope they like it. No, this is Spirit conveying the message. Confirmation with the church bells. And it's getting louder and louder, double confirmation. There's no time like the present. And so Spirit wants you to have hope on the horizon, and on your horizon as you move forward. Change your perception, change the idea of allowing these low vibrational people who don't want to see you happy, collective, to be around you in your presence. You don't need to fall out with anyone. You don't need to cuss anyone out. You just need to stop allowing yourself to be around these people. It's just that simple. It's like a closed door, an unanswered phone call, not showing up to invites where your vibration will not be there, where there will be things taking place that you're not interested in indulging in. Okay? We have to stop asserting ourselves in spaces and places where we don't belong because we feel bored. That's when the friction and the chaos and the toxicity starts to unleash. That's when ish starts to happen. Because a person will greet you with a smile and pretend like they're your friend, and they'll try to allure you to their presence. And a coverted narcissist will then release their mask once they get you in their presence, in their environment, and they'll reveal themselves to you. And that's when things happen, the friction, the disagreements. And so you want to be around people who are, inspiring, once again, motivating, encouraging, uplifting, and also people who have things going on so much themselves, collective, that they really don't have time for the mess. Basically, Spirit is saying, make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who feel like they have something to lose. You don't want to, because desperate people do desperate things. And be mindful of sharing your goals and your plans with anyone, because people don't want to see you happy. It's just a fact. And I'm not being cruel. It's just the hard truth. It's honesty. And why not just be real? There are some, not all, who will be supportive and be happy to see you win. But not everybody. There are some people who wear the mask and they pretend. And you may think this person is supportive of you until they reveal their mask. They loosen that mask and show you who they are. Okay? And we always hear people say, oh, I thought they was my friend. We go way back. But they show you immediately who they are. They're no one to you. Okay? Because people feel like, I'm not working on changing my life. How dare the collective work on changing their life? I'm not trying to do nothing positive. They up there talking positive. There are people who actually think that way. And they will smile and grin and just be hoping the worst for you. Not everybody, but there are a lot of people like that. And Spirit is saying, be careful. This message is for someone who is really around a bunch of negative, low vibrational, diabolical people that just sit around on a daily and just project negative energy. They say hurt people, but this is consistent. These are people who are unhealed. It's not that they can, but they choose not to. It's a choice. They choose not to. And meanwhile, this is where the collective should be goal setting, working on goals. Well, we can speak about them, but Spirit is saying take action. It's time to be about the goals. Take action. Take a step, one step at a time, one thing at a time. Do not allow your friend to call you and interrupt. If you've got plans, maybe you got some studying to do, maybe you got an exam, maybe you got a term paper that's due. Go do your studying. Go get your term paper done. Then when you're done, tell them you catch up with them later. This is not a read to say shut off everybody. This message is not saying to close everyone off, but this message is for someone who is really asserting themselves in the wrong environment. And this could be family, this could be friends, okay? This is a group that you like hang out with or is constantly around you and in your business, Spirit is saying. Okay? And so the message is you can have those things, whatever it is, whomever sees this video, that you have been thinking about. Because I'm seeing someone sitting and visualizing, picturing themselves doing different things like modeling, dancing, acting. I see someone dressing up in fancy clothes. And Spirit is saying you can have these things, but you have to change your environment. You can't change people. We can only control ourselves. But you have to remove yourself from that environment because it's non-supporting. It has you in this energy of feeling like you need to recuperate or regroup. And yes, you have been through some challenges, but it is the past. It is gone. And you cannot get it back. None of us can get the past back. It happened, but it is gone. So in the meantime, in between time, life is life and the world is whirling. You have to still find a way to move forward and progress forward. So let's not use any past situations as a crutch. And I'm not disregarding anyone's feelings or emotions, but this reading here is not for everybody. This reading is for somebody that is watching it and you know who you are. There are some people around you who are unhealthy. They see the light in you. They know that you are talented. They know that you are gifted, and people are afraid. Afraid that you're going to be successful. Just like on this card here, goal setting. She's trying to, hit her target, possibly maybe at a photo shoot, getting ready to model, and she's looking back. There's no need to look back. What is for you is for you. Spirit is saying, go ahead and be great and move forward. Go ahead and be great. Let your friends know, no, you can't drink with them right now. You'll catch them when you get off of work. You'll catch them after you leave this interview. You'll catch them after you finish taking care of your business. Spirit is saying it's time to boss up. Boss up. You are so worthy and you are so worth it. You have a wonderful, beautiful thirst for life. And there's no more need to visualize it because Spirit is saying that it is all obtainable for you. It's not unrealistic. It's not fake. It's not an illusion. There are people, collective, who are actually living their best life each and every day, popping their ish and going to the bank, smiling and holding their head high, buying houses and buying the cars they desire and traveling to all kinds of places and starting businesses and creating generational wealth. There are people really living their lives. There is a world outside of your world that you are accustomed to. Spirit is saying, please don't get stuck. You need to vibe with your tribe. That concludes the read. I hope it assists you for your highest good. Later.